Up with KREM begins now.
Well, good morning. 6 o'clock here on your Friday. Thanks so much for starting off your day with us here on Up with KREM. I'm Tim Pham. We have Nicole Hernandez in for meteorologist Thomas Patrick, and we also have Brandon T. Jones out in the field today for Monster Jam. There's going to be a lot going on, and we'll talk with them in just a little bit. But first, let's get you out the door and ready for the day with a live look of traffic. Here's a look at downtown Spokane right now. You can see traffic flows moving great here. This is at the Maple Street exit. Overall, we're off to a good start on the roads. We'll keep you updated, though, here on the show if anything changes or slows you down. Things should start to pick up here in the next hour or so. In our ongoing Boomtown series, we are covering the growth across the inland Northwest. The city of Rathdrum is growing very fast. A 400-plus home development is now one step closer to reality. So this will be located near the intersection of Bokel and Meyer Road. The plan calls for 436 homes and 21 industrial lots. The Rathdrum Planning and Zoning Commission is expected to recommend City Council's approval of the new subdivision, but some worry the city's infrastructure is not prepared for this growth, citing concerns with traffic and water supply.
Our infrastructure is not prepared for this, and it's going to be too bad if we have a huge disaster to say, oh, I guess we didn't plan right, did we?
The city says the developer agreed to facilitate road improvements at intersections with deficiencies. City leads say the water supply will be able to support the new subdivision. An update this morning on the new homeless outreach teams in downtown Spokane. The city says their crews have cleared 96 encampments in just over 10 days. The city says while many of the sites did not have people living there, the majority of people are accepting connection to behavioral health or housing services. Starting next week, Spokane 311 will be rolling out a new outreach reporting feature to help teams provide care to folks in need of assistance. The teams were launched in partnership with Catholic Charities of Eastern Washington. Today, the former Gonzaga baseball player charged with vandalizing the state capitol building in Olympia is expected back in court. 29-year-old Gunnar Schubert is charged with second-degree burglary and third-degree malicious mischief. He's accused of breaking into the building with a hammer and knocking over statues, signs, and flags, and even allegedly starting a fire. State Patrol says it did not appear to be politically motivated and that Schubert may have been having a mental health crisis. A 7-time convicted felon faced a judge yesterday after deputies arrested him for a shooting in Spokane Valley. Investigators say 42-year-old Justin Hancock fired his gun at a man, then took off before deputies caught up with him. Spokane Valley deputies responded to that shooting at a home near East Harrington Avenue and North Vista Road last month. They say no one was hurt. The shooting happened after a disagreement over a car. Hancock fired a gun at the ground, then the bullet ricocheted and went through a garage. Hancock faces charges of assault in the first degree and unlawful possession of a firearm. Coeur d'Alene's police chief, Lee White, is stepping down. The Coeur d'Alene Police Department confirms White's last day will be January 14th. White has spent more than 3 decades in law enforcement and just over 10 serving as the Coeur d'Alene police chief. He started his tenure in September of 2014. The ripple effect of tariffs are being seen in higher costs for consumers. A recent Goldman Sachs report found Americans are picking up 55% of the cost of higher import tax. Some restaurants worry the tariff will lead to them having to increase their prices, causing a downward trickling effect on their business. Meantime, a new report out by the cloud-based management company Toast shows that nearly half of the restaurants surveyed plan to raise menu prices if costs continue to rise.
Sounds easy, but there's such a process behind it. It's reprinting a menu and the printing costs associated with that.
Do you think that sticker shock would drive away people from even walking into the door?
Absolutely. It's pasta, and pasta is not supposed to be crazy expensive.
The National Restaurant Association is pushing for imported food and beverages to be exempt from tariffs, citing hikes could cost the industry billions this year alone. CVS Pharmacy says it has completed its nationwide acquisition of select Rite Aid assets. CVS bought and now operates 63 former Rite Aid and Bartell Drugs stores in Idaho, Oregon, and Washington. CVS also acquired the prescription records from more than 600 pharmacies. CVS says it plans to hire upwards of 3,500 former employees from Rite Aid and Bartell Drugs. New this morning, Meta, the parent company of Facebook and Instagram, says it is adding parental controls for kids' interactions with artificial intelligence bots. This means parents will be able to turn on and off chats with AI characters, but parents won't be able to turn off Meta's AI assistant. These changes come as the tech giant faces criticism over its platform's harm to children. Just recently, Meta announced teen Instagram accounts will be restricted to PG-13 content. Oh, not a good night for the Mariners, but it's not over, okay? Let's keep our heads up high and not count them out. Last night's Game 4 was feeling a lot like Game 3. Sadly, the Mariners lost 8-2. The team is not giving up, and they are looking at how to bounce back.
Doing the things that we do offensively, grinding out our at-bats, getting guys on base and getting them in and driving the ball in the gaps. That's what we do. And on the mound, we attack the zone, and we just need to continue to get back to that. And that's what we do well. And we'll get back to that tomorrow and bounce back from the series.
So a critical Game 5 will be played today in Seattle. Bryce Miller will be on the bump for Seattle again. First pitch is set for 3:08 this afternoon. We'll have the highlights from the game on KREM 2 News at 6. And switching from baseball to football, the WSU Cougs are on the road this weekend, taking on the 18th ranked Virginia. The team unveiled their uniforms for this weekend. Take a look, looking icy. They will be rocking the white helmet and the white jerseys along with the gray pants. Kickoff is set for tomorrow afternoon at 3:30 p.m. Happening today until December, the Spokane City Council will be hosting a food drive and fundraiser for 2 local food programs. The food drive is for Zilch and Bite to Go. Right now, they are accepting non-perishable foods and donations. You can drop off food at City Hall. There will also be designated drop boxes at Chase Gallery. We have a link on our website with more information on how you can help. Happening tomorrow, the city of Sandpoint will be hosting a second open house to answer questions about the $130 million water treatment plant bond. The city is hoping to fund a renovation and bring the plant up to the standard required by the Clean Water Act. The bond will be on the November election ballot. The open house is happening tomorrow morning at the Sandpoint City Hall at 10 a.m.